Prime Minister Quirikashvili, it's a great pleasure and a great honor to welcome you once again back to NATO headquarters. And I think that your visit here just reconfirms the very strong partnership we have developed over several years, and also the friendship and the partnership you and I have developed over the years, meeting in different formats in Brussels, in Tbilisi, and also other places, and always expressing strong support together to enhancing the partnership between NATO and Georgia. And I would also like to start by thanking Georgia and the soldiers in the Quick Reaction Force in Resolute Support in Afghanistan for the way they reacted very quickly in defense of the German consulate that was attacked in Mashhad, and where the Georgian soldiers were very brave and professional in defending the consulate, and luckily no one was wounded and there were no casualties. So this is just yet another example of how Georgia contributes to our shared security and how Georgia contributes to NATO, and the important role and the professionalism of your soldiers when they conduct operations in NATO in resolute support in Afghanistan. NATO's partnership with Georgia is something we really appreciate, and we attach very great importance to. And it's a partnership which we have developed over many years. And we discussed during our meeting how we can strengthen that partnership and how we can develop it further. The North Atlantic Council visited Georgia in September. There we met with you and many of your ministers. And we also assessed the progress we are making when it comes to the implementation of the substantial package, NATO-Georgia package, which we agreed at the Warsaw Summit. I would also like to congratulate you on the elections in Georgia, your reappointment as Prime Minister, but also the way you conducted the elections in Georgia. Free and fair elections conducted in a way which has been highly recognized by the international community, and it just expresses the progress you are making on the reform path, and NATO will continue to support you in implementing those reforms, and we will continue to provide both political support and practical support for Georgia. We will provide strong political support for your independence, for your territorial integrity and sovereignty, and we will continue to provide practical support for both the importance of implementing reforms, but also to continue to conduct exercises to make sure that we fill and strengthen the joint training center, and also that we make sure that the NATO-Georgia Commission continues to be an important platform and tool for political dialogue, but also for practical cooperation. As we have stated many times before, Georgia has all the practical tools for membership. We will continue to support you in your aspirations and in your efforts to strengthen your ties with NATO, and we are here to provide that kind of support and that kind of help. So we will also continue to work with Georgia on the challenges we see in the broader Black Sea region. We have made an assessment of the security situation in the Black Sea region, and of course Georgia, being a littoral state to the Black Sea, is one of the countries which are important for NATO to work closely with, because the Black Sea region is of strategic importance for the whole NATO alliance, and the partnership with Georgia is an important part of that. So once again, I welcome you to NATO. It's always a great pleasure to meet with you, and I look forward to continue to cooperate with you and with your government and the ministers that you had with you in your delegation today. So welcome.
Thank you very much, Secretary General. It's always a pleasure to be back here in Brussels in NATO headquarters and to discuss various aspects of our very important strategic partnership. Last time we have met in September in Tbilisi, when you and the allied ambassadors were visiting Georgia, and the NAC visit was another clear demonstration of NATO's commitment to Georgia's Euro-Atlantic aspirations. And I would like to thank you personally for your very strong engagement and support to our NATO membership process. It is essentially important that my visit, my first official visit after Georgia's October parliamentary elections, is in Brussels. It is a good opportunity for me to meet with our closest friends and partners, both in EU and NATO. Citizens of Georgia gave us the mandate to carry on the reforms and policies that we have been implementing over the years. The results of the elections also demonstrate that NATO integration is a firm national choice of our people, and our government is committed to deliver upon these expectations. At the meeting with the Secretary General, we discussed our way forward in Georgia's NATO integration, as well as the implementation process of the Warsaw Summit decisions on Georgia. In Warsaw, the allies once again underlined that Georgia has all the practical tools to prepare for membership, and we will continue making the full use of these tools in order to move closer to NATO membership. As for practical cooperation, we remain committed to the implementation of substantial NATO-Georgia package. We highly appreciate support of the member and partner states in this regard. Thanks to their engagement, we have made significant progress in SNGP implementation. We have a common understanding with the Secretary General that Georgia and the Alliance will continue allocating all necessary resources towards particular projects of SNGP and the new practical ways of cooperation agreed in Warsaw. All these initiatives help to strengthen Georgia's defense capabilities, resilience, and help us to prepare for NATO membership. We have also discussed the regional security environment and challenges that we face. We all agree that security of the Black Sea region is essential for the common Euro-Atlantic security. Georgia welcomes NATO's initiatives regarding Black Sea security. We are confident that this process will further strengthen security of Georgia and will have a significant positive effect in the regional context as well. On our part, we as an aspirant country are ready to contribute to the allied efforts aimed at strengthening Black Sea security. During the meeting, we have underlined that Georgia, as a reliable partner and an aspirant country, will continue its contribution to NATO's ongoing resolute support mission in Afghanistan. We have discussed the situation on Georgia's occupied territories and ratification of so-called agreement between Russia and Sukhumi regime on creating the joint military force. This illegal action flagrantly violates the core principles of international law. We highly appreciate the NATO's steadfast support for Georgia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. We are also grateful for NATO's unanimous and unwavering support that Russia should fulfill its international obligations vis-à-vis Georgia and withdraw its military forces from the territory of Georgia. I would like to thank you personally, Secretary General, for your continuous support for Georgia's integration, further integration into NATO. Thank you very much.